Yeah, I also got Maxwell's Sinclair C5 in for electrical repair and some service work and just a couple of very small upgrades on it. So here we are. So you got some few holes here, some holes here. This is to mount quite an interesting little indicator setup. So obviously once I have a look at this, I can find out how that's been wired into the control box. And if it's been wired in like correctly and safely and all that sort of stuff, then we can keep it. If it's all a bit of a hash job and a bit of a total bodge job, then I'll talk to Maxwell, we'll potentially remove all the wiring. But also we've still got holes here, so I could either bolt this back on or maybe just fill it with two nice stainless steel dome nuts like we discussed. So we'll have to see how that's wired in, you know, if it's a bodge or it's a good job, because that's not standard, and obviously adding anything that's not standard, it's always a bit risky in terms of electronics and short circuiting and things like that. I'm going to replace these with quick release connectors, which are just sort of safer, they're sort of covered, less chance of anything going wrong, and makes it, I know it's fairly obvious on here, negative and positive, but makes it much more obvious when you've got a blue and a red connector on there for anyone who might accidentally connect that the wrong way. So that's all good. No horn. Lubricate and try and get this switch here working, because that is extremely tight, so hopefully a bit of lubrication in there should sort that out. Comes with two pods. Just checked this one here, this one here I should say, vaguely works. It does light up, but it's it's pretty faint. Go straight to green, which might be okay, so it needs testing, but that definitely needs some sort of work on it. Certainly at least sorting out those pins. Probably a new pin set actually in there, because they do look a bit crusty. This one does nothing at all, so there's obviously some faults here. And we noticed earlier the difference between this one has, you know, sort of different sort of componentry on here than this one. So I need to have a look at that and see what the situation is between those two, whether they're different, which one's standard, etc. I'm kind of thinking, looking at it, that this white device here is a bit interesting. So yeah, I need to have a look at that one. See, yeah, it's very different. It's interesting, yeah. It's nice. It's got tops here. It's got a really nice chassis under the mid part of it. Usual sort of corrosion at the back here. Once I get it working, I'll see how this motor sounds, and if it sounds great, then potentially leave it. But otherwise, certainly I'll just take it apart, strip it down, rebuild it. I know the bearings are all good. I know I can clean out the gearbox, put new grease in there. I'll remove the drive gear and associated parts on there, clean and re-grease them. This side here, I'll remove this wheel and take off the bearings, inspect the bearings, because often people are missing a bearing or a ball's falling out or it's dry or whatever. So I'll take that out apart and have a look at that. And normally whilst I'm in there, I'll clean up the brake shoes as well, and obviously the hub as well, so we know that this should then work in terms of braking aspect. Flasher relay here, so I'll mount that somewhere neatly up there with a sticky pad of some type. And to be honest with you, I'll mount this wiring with sticky pads as well once I've given this a bit of a clean, so make that look decent. So that's a bit of a mess. Chain, not sure what the situation the chain is, don't know about the tensioner. Rear light, let's have a look at it. Rear light looks really good. Indicators are held on nicely on there and there, so that looks fine. Got good original tyres on it. And I say, this is an interesting one actually. So the control box down here looks like it hasn't been opened, which we talked about earlier, because it's still riveted on the sides here. So they've obviously done that wiring, maybe down to, maybe sort of branched it into the front wiring for front indicators, because I've seen it as that sort of done before. Normally people have wired it in down round here somewhere, you know. So yeah, it looks like they might have wired it in maybe to the bulbs at the front. It's quite thick wiring, it's a bit overkill and all that sort of stuff, but we'll have a look at it and see what it's like. If not, maybe remove it. Nice headlight on it, which is cool. Shame about these. Also, they mounted some sort of probably some sort of mirror maybe on it at some point. These are quite bad. That nail it's quite bad looking actually. Looks like being like filled with glue or something. So something's bad on that one. And that one there looks much better. So again, the owner, Maxwell, if he wants to fit new ones of these, he could do. But I think what we'll do is we'll get them working and see how they stand out. If it's quite blurry, then, you know, maybe a new set. I mean, they're not much money. But obviously these ones here potentially are the originals. But if they are milky and crap inside and that you can't clean it out, then, you know, you either stick a set of Land Rover ones on, or you sort of just retain these sort of bad-ish looking originals. Check out the front wheel, re-grease the front bearings, strip it down, all that sort of stuff. Maxwell can clean it himself, that's fine. And that looks, yeah, that's good. Got the centre cap there. There's missing a few stickers here. You've got one there. Got one there. Missing a couple of stickers. Oh, side stripes were definitely missing, so I'm going to fit some new side stripes to it which match this. So actually we could do with maybe, it's very minor, but getting another set of these stickers here. I haven't got any, but we can order them like pretty cheap. So yeah, there we are. So definitely needs some electrical work and a service and just say side stripes. I think we're going to fit some mud flaps as well, some John Webster mud flaps is the plan as well. But overall, not bad. Cool, cheers.